Now I've heard a lot of people say that tinnitus is like not treatable. Would you agree with that?
No, it makes my heart really heavy. It's a tragedy, really, that kind of myth has traveled this far for this long. But I mean, I've just written a book, and the reason for that was to try and really debunk some of those myths and help use science to explain why this is what we can do about it, and this is why we can reverse it, and this is why so many people return back to normal. And tinnitus can be forever, and people can live with it for their whole lives, but that's if they're caught in a chronic loop neurologically and they're never educated how to reverse that or break that loop. So it can feel incurable and lonely and devastating and helpless and hopeless, and all of those things are true, but it doesn't need to be that way. And I feel like medically, doctors, neurologists, ear, nose and throat surgeons, audiologists, psychologists, a lot of our go-to people who we ask support for, and they're experts and we trust them, a lot of those people have been saying, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do, you're going to have to live with it. There's truth and there's nothing they can do. And me as a vestibular audiologist, I can't remove your tinnitus, but I can teach you how to do that yourself. And I really hope, my dream is that in 10 years' time, this conversation will be normal and people will be told, oh yeah, you can reverse your tinnitus. Like, I can't do it for you, but it's possible. Like, get these resources, get this education, find your path. That's what I'm hoping will be the new story. It couldn't be further from the truth. However, I do believe that these professionals are doing the best they can with the education they have, with the training they have, with the resources they have, but also with, to a certain extent, their personal life experience. And my kind of comment there to listeners would be very careful who you ask advice from. Always be discerning, and really know that you're the expert in you and the way your brain organizes itself and the way your neuron pathways and neural networks create their patterns and create this kind of spider web effect. And it doesn't matter how fancy a doctor's post-nominals are, or how many years of experience they have, or how great they are at surgery, for example. None of that makes them the expert in your healing process with neuroplasticity. And this is where I think a lot of people give their power away. They'll go to an excellent surgeon and expect that surgeon to give them the most accurate information, when actually they're good at surgery. Ask them about surgery, right? That's their expertise. Don't ask them about healing your tinnitus or vertigo, because they have zero training in that. It's just, that's not what it's about for them. Yeah.
I love that. That's such an important perspective, because and just like if someone came to me asking for advice about medication, I would say, speak with your doctor about that, right? Like, I don't know. I've taken courses on medication, but that's not my specialty, right? And your specialty is using neuroplasticity to treat these conditions, right?
I've kind of become a specialist in how to implement neuroplasticity and the education around getting people to understand, what do I feel right now in my present body? And this could be really uncomfortable sounds and sensations that I don't want to hear or feel. And actually sensations come from any of our senses, nose, eyes, ears, touch, tongue, all of that. And then tinnitus sounds are anything we hear in our body or our ears that nobody else can hear, because they're sounds generated by our body. And so my clients are uncomfortable. They're often anxious about it. They're often feeling helpless, hopeless, powerless, being told there's no cure, being told they've got to live with it, or they're spending lots of money on generic prescribed home exercises, diets, supplements, medications, devices. And so they're over it.